In a way, it feels a bit churlish to have a crack at Retro City Rampage DX for being clunky. It is, after all, a homage to times when gaming was clunky, when it lacked some of the sophistication we expect from our entertainment nowadays. But it is a little on the clunky side, and when coupled with touchscreen controls, it's even clunkier. That's not to say it's not an enjoyable experience. It's littered with nods, winks, references, and Easter eggs. And it's clearly made by someone with a real love, not just about the old days of gaming, but for pop culture as well. It's not so much a remake, but a demake of the original GTA. It's scratchier, rawer, and looks like it would run quite happily on a NES. But yes, you're running around a top-down city, shooting people, stealing cars, and generally being a menace to society. You control your character with a stick and some buttons. It's a little fiddly, but by no means the worst system that we've seen on iOS. The driving, though, is a little crankier, especially when you're trying to avoid the attention of the cops. There are two options. One gives you a few buttons to control speed and direction, the other gives you a stick to poke the way you'd like to go. Neither of them are what you might call accurate, and quite often you'll find yourself murdering people you had no intention of murdering. And driving into buildings. There's a lot of driving into buildings. An MFI controller goes some way to fixing this, and if you've got one you can probably bump the tone of this review up a little, but it's still not exactly ideal. I wouldn't say it's a bad port. I mean, it's not a game designed for touchscreens, but it's not as clunky as some of the other ports we've seen, not by a long shot. And it's still an entertaining hodgepodge of violence and chaos. It will make you frustrated from time to time, but it'll also make you laugh out loud. And sigh. And probably swear, but all in a good way. Or at least a good-ish way. There's so much to see and do here that you'll be able to look past the problems to the joyous celebration of all things geeky underneath. And then you'll drive into a wall.